Greetings, all you Jackson Jennings, and welcome to your daily dose of donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, coming to you with the Donk Nation Power Index. It won't be the Donk Nation Power Rankings again, as being jet lagged, too many trips from Alaska to Pennsylvania and back in the past week. I've got all sorts of confused, discombobulated, forgetting what I'm supposed to do. I did not tell Laskers and Gingy to make sure they had their homework assignment into me on time. So we only have the Donk Nation Power Index this week. Maybe I'll get them to give me their top 10 and I'll do a little secret reveal for the Donk Nation Power Rankings on the Steelers Talk Show. Who knows? But either way, we're here to do the Power Index. We're here to bring in all of the fun. If you didn't get a chance to get the recap of the Steelers-Buccaneers game, the Steelers' first win at Acrisure Stadium, go ahead, go over and check out the Bug Cap. But we're here to break down the Power Rankings, as we always do. The Power Index starts from bottom to top. But this week we'll start with the biggest movers. That's the New England Patriots in terms of any team. They were up 10 spots this week. And the biggest movers on the downside include your Jacksonville Jaguars, your Miami Dolphins, and your Green Bay Packers. All experiences of the loss. All have dropped 6 spots in the rankings. Without further ado, let's start at the bottom. Carolina Panthers, they come in at 32. What do you expect from a team that's already fired their coach? I think there's enough said there. They just traded Robbie Anderson. Not looking up for your Panthers. Next, you have the Detroit Lions and a top 3 offense, followed by the worst defense in football. But hey, Matthew Stafford's now on the Rams. Jared Goff leading the top 3 offense. Weird to see. You got your Pittsburgh Steelers moving out of the bottom spot up to 30th overall. Still a bottom 10. The defense still a bottom 10 offense, but got a big win against Tampa at home. That's going to help move you up. Next, you got the Houston Texans, and what can you say there? It's another team trying to figure things out, and bottom of a barrel for a reason, as they're just struggling. Then you got your Washington Commanders coming in at 28, and again, Carson Wentz is your quarterback. Ron Rivera not getting it done, but hey, they got their young running back from getting shot. It's good to see him actually get some playing time. And Robinson out there. You got your Vegas Raiders at 27. Again, I'm going to say, can Josh McDaniels just not coach a football team? Because this was a playoff caliber football team last year that just seems to be struggling. And until they had a bye week, so until something changes, that's what I'm going to be saying. And then we get into Arizona Cardinals at 26. Maybe overpaid for Kyler Murray, but they're getting Hopkins back this week. Could be a boost for them. You got Chicago Bears at 25. Josh Fields needs to work on his passing, but running ability out of the quarterback position, amazing. New Orleans Saints come in at 24. Andy Dalton couldn't get it done against his old team. Here they are. Cleveland Browns coming in at 23. For as good as that defense was supposed to be, they're ranked 30th in the league in points. Unacceptable. They have a top 10 offense, but just cannot get things done defensively. At 22, you got the Denver Broncos. A top 5 defense bolstered by the worst offense in the league in scoring points. How do you trade for Russell Wilson and have that happen to you? 21, you got your Jacksonville Jaguars that have a top 15 offense, a top 10 defense, but the results haven't been there yet. Showcasing a young team with a lot of talent, just not getting the job done yet is what it looks like in their case. Then you have the surprise out here, Seattle Seahawks coming in at 20. This is a team with a bottom of the league defense coming in at 30th overall, I believe, in points, but a top 10 offense led by none other than Geno Smith. Who would have thunk that early in the season? Seattle, gotta like the results going on there. Coming in at 19, you got Miami. The offense has really slipped since Tua's injury. Not much more to say there. 18, you got the Rams. And does anyone know what's going on? Are they going to finally cut Cam Akers? I mean, a big part of that team that's gone. Stafford not looking the same. The defense not playing top 10-ish yet. Things just not looking good. Super Bowl hangover seems to be real early in the season for the Rams. At 17, you got the Green Bay Packers, which mediocre defense, below average offense. The reason they're sitting at 3-3, they just can't seem to get anything going. At 16, you have the Indianapolis Colts, who their offense has been terrible, but Matthew Stafford here, but Matt Ryan is one of the top passers in the league right now in terms of yards, needs to get some more touchdowns, but the run game really needs to step up there in Indy. That's what they were expecting. 15, you got a team from coming off of the bye week, the Tennessee Titans, who have won some games, but really Bottom half offense, bottom half defense. Either Derrick Henry or Ryan Tannehill has to start stepping it up for them because I don't think that defense is going to improve. Offense is where it needs to be. At 14, you got the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know what to say about this team. They got some intriguing weapons. They seem to lose close games. That huge loss to Tampa. Always competitive, though. Marcus Mariota seems to be doing enough to keep the job. Kind of an interesting team to watch going forward. Number 13, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off the loss to Pittsburgh. Just a team that defensively has been amazing. Has only allowed, like I said, over 21 points once this year. And that was to Kansas City. But they've only scored over 25 points once this year, and that was the Kansas City games. That's an offense with all the weapons they have out there, and Brady needs to start hitting passes. That needs to get it done. Number 12, you have the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a mid-pack offense right now, border end of the top 10 defense, coming in at 12 because they haven't quite got it all going in the right direction, let's just say. But a team that has the potential to really push up there. Same with the team right above them, the Baltimore Ravens, who have a top 5 offense, but not very good on defense. They come in at 11 this week. Another team, same idea. A lot of potential there, just haven't really put it together. This is the time of year, though, when you start seeing the teams that are good start stacking wings. Baltimore needs to be one of them, coming off a tough loss this week. But who knows? Maybe they'll get something done. At number 10, moving up those 10 spots, you have your New England Patriots. What can you say? Zappe, third-string quarterback, seems to be getting it done. Is there quarterback controversy? Is Mac Jones going to take it over? Is Zappe one of those guys who's a flash in a pan, and once they get a book on him, he's going to struggle? Don't know, but Patriot fans have to be loving it right now with the 12th best scoring offense and a top 10 defense. Bill Belichick just doing Bill Belichick things, but I don't know how it'll work out in the playoffs because you'll see there are some stacked teams above him. At number 9, you got the San Francisco 49ers. The offense still struggling to get together, but a great defense. I mean, last week the loss of Bosa not being there hurt them a lot, but Garoppolo needs to start getting that offense to work a little better. One of the biggest plays probably last week was early fumble by Wilson, the running back, that was returned for a touchdown. At number 8, you got your Chargers. Again, just a mixed bag, a team that seems to be getting it done, but their coach seems to put them in awkward positions. But Herbert's got all the ability to get it done. Eckler out there, a good running back. Defense needs to step it up, though. Bottom 10 defense right now in the Chargers. Number 7, you got the New York Jets. All they do is run the ball, because if you've seen Zach Wilson's stats since getting back, he has done nothing, but they're running the ball good. Their defense is good enough, and they are winning football games. That's all you have to say there. Number 6, you got the Dallas Cowboys. A top 5 defense, mid-pack offense. Another team right now that has a backup quarterback, and Cooper Rush, but still able to win some games. Tough loss against Philly. Had one bad quarter that led to the loss. But that defense has been playing great. They might be getting Dak back this week. That's a team with the way they've been running the ball with Pollard and Zeke. You got to watch out, and you got to think they might be legit this year. At number 5, you got the Kansas City Chiefs coming off a tough loss to the Bills, 24-20. But still the number 1 scoring offense, still a bottom 10 defense. But that's what Kansas City is. They're a team that put their money into their offense and is hoping their defense can get just one stop a game. Unfortunately, one stop a game is not good enough when you play a team like Buffalo that is just stellar. At number 4, you got the New York Giants. Danny Dimes out there winning football games. You're talking a team with a top 10 defense. Saquon Barkley looking great. Danny Dimes not turning the ball over. My goodness gracious, are the Giants for real? Is the AFC least, as we've been calling it for a long time, because if you had a winning record, hell, even sometimes with a losing record, you can win that division. Is the AFC least now the best division in football? You're talking Philly, Dallas, the Giants. Forget the Commanders, they're kind of bad. But those 3 teams might be the 3 teams that are the class of the NFC. That is, of course, unless your number 3 team in the power ranking, the Minnesota Vikings, has something to say about it. Should I start believing in Kirk Cousins? I mean, they're only a mid-pack offense. They're not a top 10 defense, but they just win football games. Is Kirk Cousins actually going to be clutch and win in the late season? I think not, but who am I to know? You know what, Kurt? If you get it done, good job on you, but I'm not a believer in the number 3 team, the Vikings, right now. We'll see what happens when we get to the meaty part of the time. At number 2, you have the Philadelphia Eagles. Undefeated. Hard not to put them number 1, but when you consider Buffalo comes up either number 1 or number 2 in all other categories. But you look at Philly, a top 5 offense, number 6 in defense and points allowed, haven't lost a football game. This is a team that is just playing lights out right now. I mean, not a whole lot of passing touchdowns from Jalen Hurts, but the way the defense is playing, the way the running game's playing, the way Jalen Hurts is running the ball, do you really have to care about that? Addition of A.J. Brown seems to be a huge thing for Philly. Looking great out there. And at number 1, you have the number 1 defense, the number 2 offense, the number 1 teams in terms of points expected. And with one loss, it's the Buffalo Bills. A team that doesn't seem to run the ball, the team that seems to take that pass-first mentality that maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers should adopt. These Buffalo Bills have been getting it done offensively, defensively, just beat the Chiefs. What can you say? That is the power index. Buffalo coming in at number 1, really close by Philly at number 2. Again, it's one of those things. All the other teams are separated by 2 or 3 points. Between Philly and Minnesota is a 17-point difference. That's how big the gap is. And between Philly and Buffalo, it's less than a point. That's how big the gap is between Philly, Buffalo, and everyone else. Those 2 guys are running away right now with the power index. What can you say? That is what it is. Donk Nation, Steeler Nation, it's time to let you know I am the Viking Donkey, Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter. Your daily dose of donkey with Ginger is the YouTube channel where you're catching all this awesome content. We're up to 3 shows a week. Maybe we'll look into adding 4. Who knows? But it's fun to get out here. It's fun to give little content, fun to give our power index that's purely statistical. Hey, what can I say? Donk Nation, Steeler Nation, make sure you catch the bucket cap if you haven't. Make sure you listen for the upcoming Steelers talk. And it's that time. Wave them if you got them. Here we go.